Good morning. So today is November 4th, Friday, and I would like to share with you one of my blog posts. It's the one I recently did, and this is a message it's a conversation between myself, so Andrea, and Glory. And Glory is, I'll explain what that is kind of in the article, but I'm just going to read the post to you. I'm going to put it on screen so you can follow along, but I thought I'd play with this format and see how it goes. So let's open the screen. And we want, all right. So this is a message, a conversation with Glory that I was having yesterday. Excuse me, I have to cough. Excuse me. And so you can find this on my blog, on my website, purelightproject.com. And let's go in. Let's go in for a read. All right, so it's called Cells and Souls. November 3rd, 2022, Thursday. This is today's conversation with the Soul Collective, which identifies itself as Glory, which with my highest self aspect soul is connected. At the end of November or early December, I'm releasing a collection of these conversations in a book and an audiobook. So if you enjoy these messages, the book is going to be pretty potent for you. In this, if you're reading this, I identify myself as A and Glory as G, and there's one or two moments where it's a combination of both, right? So it's definitely flowing through my highest aspect, speaking as Glory or with Glory. When I communicate with all the highest aspects of myself, you can call it soul, call it essence, call it the fullness of this consciousness, call it nothing at all. I found that there is a collective of other strands of consciousness that weave throughout all universes and existence in the name of compassion and love, often as message bearers, scribes, beacons, and guides. It is a frequency. So this is a note. Glory communicates through my Andrea experience of language. So my understanding of language, right, wrong, and otherwise. And so thee, thou, thine, thy are used not to be formal, but to express an elevated level of loving kindness, compassion, and respect for consciousness in all its forms. And of course, when there's a goof in how these terms are used, it's only because I, Andrea, need to get clear on the grammar. I hear these words, yet they are really simply my internal processors translating the frequency and vibration into words. So let's begin conversation with Glory. Andrea, is there a message to bring forth today? Glory, ask for someone. Andrea, let us begin with using the character of Andrea as a representative of the whole. Actually, let us discuss the angelics and ETs. This is coming in loud and strong right now, specifically ETs, which is not something I've given much focus to. Ah, yes, Andrea, this is for thee. Share if thou choose. You called in the angels, the angelic realm, and felt the pure white dove as a symbol open up within thee and fill the entire expanse. You wonder if this was you or the other. Side note, at the time I was working with a client, and yet you know full well what it was. Accessing the higher states. It is for thee, a gift on one hand, the gift thou gave thyself. Yes, sister, you gave this gift to yourself. The holy, whole spirit descended down, one might say, for thee to access. However, it is more that thou opened thyself to full contact with source, to source. Is it amazing for thee? Yes, very much. It's been a while since I had my heart blown open to a new tier, a new level or realm. The one known as Andrea, in many ways, is ceasing to be as she was, a dissolving of all outer programs into one whole. Emptiness, as you know, is the inaccurate language symbol. Ether, air, energy, consciousness. Beyond all, there is no thing, and you've understood this since always. Language lacks. Glory, how is it experienced in thy human form? And my response was, as if all the cells are pure space and energy. Each and every cell is a universe, a galaxy, an inner expression of the outer, an outer expression of the inner, splitting, forming, replicating, each with a role to play. Every cell a holder of consciousness, a being, and when it no longer serves the whole, it ends. And when this form no longer serves the consciousness, it ends, yet it may not have to leave again for a very long time. It is a choice. That message, as a side note, was specific to a more personal note, but one that is affecting all of us as we come into this time of ascension of the planet, of all of us evolving, and the very real possibility that we can live for a very long time. And so then my highest aspect and glory, in glory, responded, we are not there yet, have not made that choice. What can be said is just like one perceived, what can be said is just like one perceived outside of Andrea cannot do Andrea's inner work. One outside the human form and earth plane cannot do the work of those in this planet, this cell or cluster or group of forms, thoughts, words, deeds, actions, cognition. Each is also just like the gallbladder, the spleen, the tongue, the kidney, the cartilage of the knee, all the whole and also all in passing. Andrea, yes, this has been a back of the mind sentiment for a long time. As above, so below, as inside, so outside. Eyes closed, eyes open, ears closed, ears open, all the sensory notions. Glory responded, and in the heart of it, those fun human words and expressions. In the center, at the origin point, it is both encapsulated and has expanded like a daydream to create boundless universes. Thy dogs rolling about on the floor, they are one with thee, one with this consciousness, and yet they experience themselves as separate universes, separate planets, galaxies, beings, doings, and all the systems confined within the expression of each. Down and down and down it goes to the origin field, to the natural state of creation where the spark in the dark became. And I responded, ah, yes, and this is the great mystery of it all. Then Glory said, thus for now, let us expand. The soul collective as we are simply cells in a moving stream that land in all the places where this code of compassion and deepest love are called through the energetics. As emotional beings with high cognition, cognitive and intuitive and instinctual, there is a frequency band that is held within this collective. We are this frequency. It has a different context for different beings. We shall explore this more later. As it is now, the human collective is ready. Much love. And then a note from me. I see we never did specifically address ETs. Perhaps another conversation for another day, or perhaps the answer lies within this writing. You can see for yourself. So that is the reading from my conversation with Glory yesterday, November 3rd. And if you'd like to read it on the screen, you can go to purelightproject.com, look for the blog, or purelightproject.com/cells-souls, and you'll find it. So check it out. Check out the blog. Maybe you need to look at these words to take them in. If you're still around, there's a good chance that you do. And so I hope you have a beautiful day. And tell me if you like this format of it being on the screen. Let me see if I can end this. Yeah. So tell me if you enjoyed that format, or if it's okay, or if you just didn't like it at all. Playing with different ways to share these messages, and we'll see how it goes. So thank you, beautiful, beautiful heart, for being here, for listening, and for opening yourself to whatever it is that you were intended to receive from this message. So my love to you. Have a good day.